Hello, babes. I am so sorry we are late. Well, I'm late. Y'all are not late. It's me. But y'all, I had to make sure I got myself together because I was eating Mexican. I didn't want it to be in my teeth. I didn't want y'all to be like, "Ooh, Brie, I can smell your breath." I still do things as if y'all can see me in person. But thank you for waiting. I told you I was going to be a few minutes late if you follow me on the Instagrams and whatnot. So, yeah, y'all already know what this is about. Y'all already know what this is about, but as y'all are coming in, thumbs up this video, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Let me just say hey to everybody who's in the chat. Let me start my banner cuz the hating hoes in the back always be trying it. Y'all already know who they are. You see, please like the video, Babe Squad. I'm getting myself together. Hey, Mr. LL Living. This is getting good. Larry Reid just made a IG post. And baby, I saved it. And he getting dragged too. Hey, Danica. Girl, I'm about sick of their ish. I stand with Jess, okay? Hey, they love Katie 12. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Hey, EXO, not Base Squad, back with another brief talk. Yes. Hashtag Base Squad. Girl, I'm like, no, Divine, you are on time, baby. Yes. Hey, Danny B. Danny B. Or I hope I'm saying that. Danny. Danny. Hey. Hey, Star Bazaar. Hey, Nicole J. So, hey, Couture Bays. It's your girl, Brooke, going live with the Retalk and Bay Squad. We have to talk. But before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my favorite vegan water, and let's get into the mess, shall we? I just asked that we're respectful. I will be dropping the link. I will be doing it one at a time. So that way everybody is not, it's not like a panel where people are just saying things just to, they get to have their thoughts. And when I drop you down, you can stay in the queue so that I can let somebody else up. That's how I want to do it today. Uh, T.S. Madison, y'all already know our long history. Our long history. If you are a Bay Squad member, you know T.S. Madison is always in the bushes. She's always feeling like she's attacked or something. And child, it's not even like that. But oh man, y'all should have told me my stuff wasn't spaced out. But we gonna get into it. So T.S. Madison, real women are jealous. And this is coming after Just Hilarious said something to a TikTok content creator on her platform. Tasha K decided to say something. And I'm saying something because y'all know when TS tries it, we got to reel it back in. But before we get into the mess, make sure y'all follow me on the free apps. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. This is our Instagram. Y'all would have saw we was out there running today in the bubble run. And baby, I almost gave up. Okay. This is our Facebook page, Base Squad. Make sure you are coming over here, thumbsing up the video, sharing, and commenting. All right. All the videos are there. You can watch it from your job if they allow Facebook. And of course, Twitter. Twitter. That being said, y'all ready for the mess? Y'all ready for the mess? I don't think y'all are because y'all not thumbsing up the video. If you're not feeling what I'm saying, you can definitely thumbs it down. Okay, you can definitely thumbs it down. Let me make sure I say hey to everybody. Hey to Fron Talk Time. Hey Carbon Star. Hey JS. Hey the Juice Radio Talk Show. Make sure y'all follow all the content creators. Hey TD. Hey, Divine, and the pic of Maddie reminds me of that Aerosmith song, Dude Looks Like a Lady. Well, this is the picture that TS put up. I thought it was a pretty picture. Y'all know I'm not shady. I try to use the best picture of the girls. I'll change it if y'all don't like it. Hey, Vibrant Libra, the delusion is strong today, real strong. So I'm gonna play Just Hilarious video. Hold on. Let me drop the link in the chat so y'all can queue it up in your devices. Make sure that I'm off in the background when you come up. When I add you up, just turn me down or turn it off. Make sure your internet is working, Wi-Fi, all that. And let's get into it. So I don't know if some of y'all understand or know what's going on, but there's been several trans women who have been making these plights about OBGYNs need to be receptive of them. And to me, it doesn't make sense. They don't have a uterus. So why do you need to see an OBGYN? You should be, as a trans woman, send a specialist, because whether you got your goods in or not, there's nothing we can do, i.e. the OBs or the GYNs, for you. That is simply for women, natural born women and the trans men, because they still have their lady parts. Let's be very clear. The Chaz Bonos of the world, go see the either a specialist or a GYN. I know this for a fact. We have a trans man at my job. Okay? I had to give some advice to the trans man, like, hey, look, I get it. You're trying to be strong in your masculinity, but if they removed your stuff and you're still bleeding, you need to go to the ER ASAP. And if you feel uncomfortable, I will go with you. And this is me providing allyship. It gets on my nerves when the misogyny jumps out of you trans women. That's what really bothers me. But I'm going to let y'all hear what this trans woman had to say.
What I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe.
And I want to be clear, this was shared on site. They probably shared it for some engagement or something. I don't know. But the fact that men and trans women think they can tell us how we as women should govern ourselves, when y'all are invading our spaces, trying to dominate our lanes, and y'all need to back, move, get out the way. We don't be all up in y'all spaces, all up in your places. I'm so sick and tired of the men, whether they want to be claiming to be men or not. You testosterone bearing, prostate having males, born males, always in our space, always telling us how we need to conduct ourselves. I'm here to tell you, the buck stops here. The buck stops here. I'm very clear in that. I'm not anti anything. Every time somebody has a rebuttal for y'all delulus and your visions of gender, it's always trans this, trans that, homo this. Don't nobody hate your lifestyle. What we don't like is y'all invading our spaces, telling us we need to nuck if you buck. And I still blame Kimberly Foster, aka for Harriet, because she was out here windmilling and leading the plight in the erasure of women. I said it. Trans women are women too. Now look at you, having to fight to prove you are a woman. These hoes get on my nerves. Just tell them. And I haven't drank anything yet. I'm gonna start.
What I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't.
We do. A woman born with the chromosomes of a woman owns womanhood. We do. Y'all fight religion. Y'all fight science. Y'all even fight common sense.
Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it.
It does belong to us. Only women get periods. Only uterus bearers get them. Even the girls who have delayed periods, they get them. A man can never have a period. Never. Never. We're not talking about the hermaphrodites. I'm talking about women.
Like, hello?
Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women.
And that's what I want to know too. Who stands up for us? Y'all are so afraid of the Rainbow Coalition. And when I say the Rainbow Coalition, I'm talking about the T in the rainbow.
Women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is...
And that's what hurt them. Being heard mentally insane. Baby, it is. In order to transition, you have to go see a psychiatrist. Mental disorder. Y'all make up less than the 1% of the population. Did y'all know that? But we got to bend over backwards for the 1%.
You don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
Like, hello? That's what I mean when the trans...
And they was mad. They was mad, honey. Shout out to Tasha K. Y'all can go watch her video over there. She said, correction, real women get mistaken for being men, not trans women. Okay, let's talk about the misogyny, Tasha. I'm not exempt, and I'm also a part of the problem that further pushes this underlining hate. Let's leave trans women out of this and deal with the root problem. Black women have always been exempt from feminism and demonized because of our God-given strengths that most of our men don't even have. Let me recite that one for the red pillars, for the He-Man woman haters who happen to go get surgery to be women. Black women have always been exempt from feminism and demonized because of our God-given strengths that most of our men don't even have. But we simply submit just to be accepted, when in fact, God made Black women the only race of women to be able to carry 2 babies, one in the belly and one on the back, while cooking and cleaning, working and riding the D all at the same time. That's why most want to be us, while adding what they call a sprinkle of feminine powder to spruce it and sell it back to us. We invented feminism. My apologies to Just Hilarious and others. This is my stance going forward. Everything ain't funny. Y'all see what TS has said. And mind you, her weak self limited the comments because she don't even stand 10 toes deep in it. There are so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender women, and that's where a lot of the anger comes from. I do hope they take a good look at how transphobia affects all women. First of all, no. If a woman mistakes you for a trans woman, it's because they can't say you look like a nigga. Let's be very clear, TS. For you to be so old, you're so unwise. You lack the intellectual follow through. You're not a superior. You're not an advocate. You're not an activist. You are a grifter. And when you see this and get in your feelings and want to leave comments like you normally do, after you have to sit back and rewrite and then delete and rewrite and delete because you got to catch yourself, because Kaya was right about you, Michelle A.T. was right about you, everybody else is right about you, while you out there sneaking and geeking with the boys in your basement. Actually stand with women in real causes that is beneficial to women instead of some dick. Because that's the only time you want to stand up. You didn't have this smoke for the blue check girls who was white, checking that white trans woman who was like, OBGYNs just needed to get with the program. You was silent, you was mute, and you was cute. But oh, when a black woman. You just can't help yourself. And then Tasha K took it a step further. At T.S. Madison, you look just like your effing mammy. Just like her ass. Big like her too, with diabetes. Keep putting on weight and you're going to be on a walker just like her. You shaped just like her. Your mammy ain't jealous of you. She made you. That's your blueprint. Your mammy. No disrespect to your mammy. But if she ain't going to check you, I will. F out of here. And I will too. Because we know Miss Mary ain't saying nothing because she need a place to stay. Let's get into the Pedialyte pastor, Larry Reid. Because, we reading today. The Reid and Rainbow. The Reid and Rainbow. Because, you know, a lot of girls lack that. They didn't have, you know, the tools to be great because they was too busy chasing dick and selling a grift. So let me see what Larry Reid said. I don't have my glasses on, so I gotta lean in very quiet. I refuse to put them on. It says, courtesy of the neighborhood talk. Bruh, can we all read a book and take a class? It should be mandatory if you're going to speak to public. Just begin right, but filled with offense, which will keep someone from hearing her. What a woman is has broadened in 2023. No, it has not. No, it has not. It's always you Rainbow Coalition males trying to change up what a woman is. A woman is someone who's born with a uterus and a vagina. Sometimes they don't have uteruses, but they still have this thing called a vagina. They have the chromosomes. Yeah. Don't try to backpedal and pussy pop because you scared to call T.S. Madison out because you need some allyship, Pedialyte pastor. The word woman includes all types and kinds of women now. A biological woman or real woman is included in the word woman, but she is set apart in a realm in a world incapable of duplication. Trans women are not biological women, even if their parts have been created to replicate a female's. There should be no war among all women about this. Just respect for each other, and no one is a threat to each other. This is the work of media, propaganda, and a few biases, bigoted, possibly prejudiced, and uneducated people on both sides, creating war. All brown-skinned women should connect as one in a community, in my opinion. Absolutely not. Because until y'all start putting some respect on our names, absolutely not. Absolutely. I have no issue with trans women. What I have an issue with is the erasure of the woman, calling us birthing people, putting laws in place that don't even benefit you. Who do you think gets a period? Y'all never say anything about the maternal health crisis. Y'all don't say anything about the missing women. Y'all don't say anything when these doctors are snatching women's services and their uterus about their bodies to use so they can create some science fiction project. You never have nothing to say, but when a black woman speaks, all of a sudden y'all want to tell us how to talk. Oh, you should talk like this. You should shut the entire F-U-C-K up. Shut up. I am so sick of men telling women how we should act. Don't tell us how we should feel. You will never understand what it's like for people to trample on your feelings, trample on your space. The women's movement is only 100 years and it's reverting back. You will never know what it's like to hear women who don't want to have children with their husbands have to go out and create narratives so they can go to the chop shop. Please be for real. Please be for real. You will never know a woman's pain when she's going through cervical cancer or breast cancer or she can't carry babies to full term. You will never understand that. You will never know what it's like for men who you birth who will sit up on podcasts with their mics to spew hatred. You will never understand that. Shut up. I'm sick of it. I am sick and tired of you weak men, weak natural born women, you weak trans women, because if TS stood on it, she would have left the comments open. She doesn't want to have a dialogue. She doesn't want to have a conversation. She just wants to be right in her fake ass plight. Please be for real. The final thing for Mr. Pedialyte pastor. Men that dress, live, recreate themselves as women are not female. They're not women. And the fact that you would call somebody a female says everything about you, Larry. And can never be real women or a biological woman. Being disrespectful to someone's lifestyle and how they choose to live daily isn't necessary. And fussing and arguing about it as a real woman reads insecure to me. How would you know you have a penis? How would you know you have a penis? Until the trans men start infringing on y'all beliefs and ideologies and your principles and your legislature, then come back and have a conversation with me. Anybody with a prostate can't tell me shit. Biological women, females, aka real women, cannot be duplicated, so act like it. You're above all the back and forth. Absolutely not. Because when we were silent, y'all was changing the laws. When we were silent, y'all was changing the laws. So shut your weak ass up for we drag you too. Anyways, what are your thoughts, babes? Let me drop the link in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate when the girls get to act like they don't understand. Worse than the supremacist, boy. I tell you, the pale people did a number on a lot of you weak ass niggas. What are your thoughts, babes? Very tired of it. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Taylor. Breeder sounds like some slavery terminology. Okay. But they don't want to hear it though. They just, yes and no. Y'all had to grab me a napkin. I was passionate. It irritates me. I cannot stand T.S. Madison because she's so weak. No wonder she couldn't be a male. She would have been a beta. In the words of Wiley, beta. Get on my nerves. Misspell all cuss words and trigger words, please, and thank you. God is going to deal with Larry. His judgment will be swift. Okay. Not y'all crying. Also, these terms, breeders, was made by MGTOW. That alone is an eye-opener. Stop birthing them, CG. Hey, guys. We tired of it. Tired. Hey, April. A woman is a woman, born from a woman and totally distinguished from a man or transgender or uniqueness. The planet cannot be recreated. Ooh, so true. Hey, Kenneth Cooper, facts. Hey, Letitia, can we get the likes up, please, and thank you? I dropped the link if y'all want to say anything. I'm just sick of it at this point. Preach. Thank you. Thank you, Bree. Preach. How about the Black mothers dying giving birth? Do they? Okay, no. They only care when it regards to penis. Hence why I always say some of these talking points are just very trivial, very surface level, pretending to be so deep. Something that's always a phobia or an ism when they can't have their way. No. What do you as a trans anybody need to you was born with a prostate? What do you need to see a gynecologist for? Make that make sense. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Kay Washington. There was just a Black woman, who thought she was, yup. Where are the trans activists? Exactly. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, the divine one. Where are they at? Exactly. Preach. I hope I seen everybody's stuff. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Run the checkup. Run the checkup and run the checkup. Thank you, Kimberly. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Bay Squad. Happy Saturday. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. Okay, I'm sorry to be so passionate. Please hit the like button. I was just upset. I was triggered by that. You see my skin? All I did was my brows because I knew it was going to be hot. It's still hot outside. It's 110 outside, baby. And we were running in that heat. The female experience from birth and puberty are two different things, completely different experiences. They'll never understand. Never. They are snatching and remixing our femininity. And this is why I said we got to put our foot down. This world is sick. I am mother effing tired. T-Flera. Kai was right, Nikki Blanco. Will they start pretending to go through menopause too? I want to know what cis means. Girl, that is a psychology term they are putting on the people. I don't even call myself that. Please. They want to lactate now. Thank you, Kim. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Ventures Opulence. Hey, Baphomet. They won't try that in a small town. Here you go. Trolling. Sis to me sounds like sis, and I'm not an infection. It will be women boosting them up, though, instead of having conversations with them about how they're being disrespectful to us because they weak. We can't expect everybody to be strong. You know, there's weak. And the weak ones turn their comments out. Limit the comments. Born with a high level of testosterone. High levels of testosterone. Do you understand?
Hi,
And the Y
darling.
chromosome. Hey, boo.
Hey, sweetie, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let me try to be civilized with this situation because it really ticks me off. um, you have too many resources to trans women to go ahead and have your procedure. Okay, fine. You don't, if you haven't had the procedure done, which Miss Trans Girl that was in the video before has not, why the hell do you need to see a gynecologist? You need to see a psychiatrist. Okay, you have a dysphoria. Okay, the women to man or man to woman dysphoria. That's a clinical diagnosis, behavioral health diagnosis. Why are we listening to certifiably crazy people? Literally, why? Why? Why do they even have? Are they giving mental patients phones now to record these stupid ass videos? It gets on my nerves, and I'm going to tug on T.S. Madison's wig a little bit, and then I know we have Kimberly Foster over here. Where were the trans community when she was getting drugged and doxxed and all of this other stuff 2 months ago, 3 months ago by Man the Spirit Man? I ain't seen not one trans woman over there caping for her. And
Never.
T.S. Madison is really anywhere the wind blows. Look, T.S. Madison just needs to be real for a moment and all of this fake stuff. See, I've always been real. She's always been fake. Stop
Fake.
trying. She gets around all of these non-black transgender girls, and then they all in the air. Oh, we are just like the woman. We should be treated like we should be claim women and all of this other kind of stuff. You have Hope over here telling the girls not to disclose that they are women, not non-women. Okay,
Okay.
and that's going to do more to get a whole lot of these trans girls ushered on into the next life. Listening to those, look, it,
And you know
it
what? I was like, when that situation happened with that black lady, I didn't see T.S. Madison use her platform, Hope use her platform, the angelic
Kimberly
Apostle,
Foster.
none of them, because they like to act like they're ignorant to the fact. Like,
Yes, I
and
got a
you're right,
question for you.
Divine. The girls don't even want to put in their bios anymore that they're trans women. They delete anything that has to do with it. You got beautiful trans women out here acting as if they're natural born women, and then when their T is clocked, all of a sudden they want to get mad and throw tantrums.
They want to throw tantrums, but they don't mind risking their life, possibly being thrown in some river or lake or in a dumpster. Okay, you take people's choices away from them when you are being dishonest. Okay, regardless of if you're not disclosing your trans status, regardless of if you're not disclosing your HIV status. I think if it's a requirement that you have to disclose, in which it is, your HIV status, why can't it be a requirement that you have to disclose if you were post or pre-op trans? Okay, why does the black trans women have such animus toward black women in particular? It's the white women that are over here getting all of these laws passed, the bathroom bills and all of that other stuff. That's coming from over there. They never have no heat for those women that are taking their quote unquote rights or whatever. Look,
Chasing them out of the bathroom, recording them.
But they
Never have no.
always they're always talking about something dealing with black women, and regardless of if it's black trans, Latin trans, white trans, there are too few Asian trans to even qualify to be a, just pick a group, you make you a part of one of those. But they're always pointing the finger at black women when it's really the other groups of women, but they keep trying to harass black women and trying to usurp their identity, trying to look, to me it gets my blood boiling, because I'm like, there's always blowback, and it's
Hmm.
blowing back on the other letters of the alphabet group. A lot of gay men do not, we don't even really f with trans people like that. A lot of us don't like them for
Hold
a
on, hold on, hold
reason.
on, Divine. Hold on, Divine. I'm gonna drop you down real quick to
Go
bring
ahead, go
up
ahead.
this next person. Just hide in the back, okay, boo?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Hey, Anakai, hold on 1 second. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. It says, Miss Mary, come get your child. Kaya was right about Timothy. Oh my God, Michelle. And hey, Anna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. So I was listening in on your broadcast and I'm trans and I wanted to
Okay.
kind of maybe just kind of give a little insight, hear a little feedback and see what you think about things. I'm in agreement with a lot of what you're saying.
Okay.
I just think that when it comes down to women, trans women, I feel like we should be more supportive. I'm in agreement with that. I think we should be more allies with women. I don't think that it's a place for anyone to tell anyone what they should be doing with their bodies and stuff like that. But I just want to know what
Agreed.
exact. Hmm?
I said agreed. I'm sorry.
No, 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 that's fine. So I just want to know exactly, because I feel like everything should be a learner moment or a teaching moment, or so I want to ask you where are your reservations at with everything? I know I've heard you speak on Tasha K, what she said. I did hear you speak or touch on, the way you felt, and you are very passionate. But I'm curious to know, like, in your heart, where exactly do you feel like how where do you place yourself within all of it as a woman?
Okay, as a woman, I feel like every time we like the OBGYN, the gynecologist, is not a fun place for women. I'm gonna just say that. So I don't like how trans women are saying we don't control womanhood. We're not the gatekeepers when we are. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why
Right.
they're snatching bodies up of us all the time. Because we are
Right.
the gatekeepers, we're the womb holders, you know, we have the Eve gene, and I never see it. And when I say I never see TS give the same energy to the white women conservatives who was bashing, who were dog walking because it started off with the white male, and then it
Mm-hmm.
was the black trans the white trans lady, then it was the black trans lady. And she waited for Just Hilarious to say something because she felt some type of way because she said mental illness. But the white conservative women were dog walking the trans community. I didn't see TS put up a fight. She didn't write a post. She didn't do a her little this right here. And that's always going to be my issue with TS. And then she limits the comments. If you believe whatever you're saying, what do you need to limit the comments for? Stand
Right.
10 toes deep in it. And then you say you're an activist, but I didn't see TS say anything about that black woman who was iced out by that white man because he thought she was a trans woman.
I saw that too. That was on Twitter. I saw that. Yep.
And I'm like,
Hmm.
hello, activists. You know, if you want to have allyship, there has to be some give and take. I feel like real women, natural women, have been giving a lot, and we haven't gotten anything in return.
I
Nothing.
agree. I
And
agree.
that will always be my issue, Anna. And I do want to say thank you for coming up. I know it takes a lot to come up on a panel, a conversation like this, and say I am a trans woman. So I do want to thank you for that.
Of course, no, and transparency is always the best thing. I think that's the best way we're all going to learn from one another. I think what happens with a lot of trans women, if I may say this, is that the little girl experience is non-existent. So that idea of a little girl growing up and becoming a woman and her feeling, or being told that she's inferior, next to men, and always having to prove herself or work extra hard or do, just do all these things countlessly in society. I'm sorry, it's kind of loud. I'm in New York, so
No, you're
but
no,
do
you're good. We hear you just fine.
okay, but doing all these things in society to uphold and uphold society, in a way of the way of the world feels women should be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like trans women need to connect more to women. You know what I'm saying? Biological born, natural born women. And I think like when my transition started, I didn't hang out with trans women. I started to hang out with women because I lacked, or I didn't get to be around, I didn't have a little girl experience. So for me, transitioning was okay. Well, I'm not. There's nothing against trans women for me. It's just that I feel I need to connect with women because I can understand myself more. You know what I'm saying? And you're
Hmm. Anaya, Anaya, your phone went out. I think you hit your.
we
Okay.
have a part in those type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? And I think like that's just a no-brainer. There is no delusion there. Not all trans women are the same. And I wanted to come up here and say that there are some trans women who who really do understand their spirituality and their walk and who they are and where it exists and came from within them and all these different things. But I'm happy that you're having the conversation. But I just the fear of being a trans woman is to be mass generalized, and it's like,
Okay.
you look in the comments and you see everybody talking about, all these different things, and and that's cool, but there's so much more of a broader spectrum of trans women out here that really do appreciate women and really do love women and really do connect with women because that's where our energy is. So why would I go against that? Or why would any other one who is trans go against that? And I think, when you see trans women who are booking in that nature of maybe T.S. Madison, they lack the little girl experience. She didn't go after that. You know what I'm saying? She's not looking at women coming from a little girl experience. And I think that it's unfair for trans women to just come into the focus and say, well, I'm a woman now and I want to be respected and these things belong to me because I'm a woman. And it just doesn't work like that. It's like, you
Okay.
know it just has to be a better communication, a better understanding. And I want other people to come up and speak too, but I just wanted to tell you, just keep up the faith and keep up the hope because we're all out here doing this
You.
together.
I have one question for you, and I'm gonna drop you down and bring Divine back up. Do you feel like the T.S. Madisons of the world make it hard for the trans women like yourself who are sharing of the space, who are giving reciprocity? Do you feel like they make it hard for trans women like you?
So I would say it it doesn't make it hard for trans women like me because we have the way I think, the way I embody myself and who I am as a woman is because of my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? It's because of, the women that I'm surrounded by. It's because of, the village that I'm in. You know what I mean? So I'm not affected by it, but it does it but I'm passable, so when I go out into the world, I'm like any other woman. I don't want any I'm a woman. I don't want to be labeled as trans or anything because when I go outside, I'm not, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? So for me it's
Okay.
like, I feel like women that are like, TS Madison, they have a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot to learn no matter, and that's really what it is. It's the ignorance, you know what I'm saying? And so when we as women feed into the ignorance, then we further the damage of the propaganda and the things that they're trying to push. You know what I'm saying? They want us to be afraid of each other. They don't want us to push the narrative or the conversation forward. They don't want us to open up and have these real types of conversations because then then people, there's no money being made. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it out there.
Ooh, okay. Well, Anna, I'm gonna drop you down. I'm gonna bring Divine back up. You can wait back in the queue if he has a question or something like that. Thank you for coming up.
It was
I
my
love
pleasure.
that.
Thank you. Yeah,
No problem.
absolutely.
Oh man, that was awesome. I dropped the link in the chat, guys. Anna is very, I never thought about it like that. Her womanhood experience is different because she's passable. She's surrounded by women. She wasn't, you know. I dropped the link. Y'all are welcome to come up. I thought the vibe was up in here. Let me bring Anna back. Until they come back up, Anna. Sorry about that,
Yeah.
Anna. So,
No, of course. Yeah, I'm here.
so, and if this is too, oh, okay. Divine is back. So I'm gonna drop you down, Anna, and I'm gonna bring Divine back in. Okay.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait for you. No problem.
Okay. Hey, Divine Boo. Sorry.
Hey, sweetie, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Ooh.
I like Anna. I don't know why. I like her too. 48. I just feel like she brought my anger down. I don't know what that is,
Well, I'll
but
tell you what it is. You have somebody that's sensical, that understands. The trans girls that are normally popular on these platforms are doing it for shock value, doing it to get views. They don't care about anything except trying to get a YouTube check or whatever.
okay.
Um, and a lot of them I I take issue with because I know the trans girls in the LGBTQ community. The reason why we don't really get along is because you always have somebody trying to compete with you for habitat of humanity peen that is prevalent throughout this community.
And Anna, I brought you up because I want to have this conversation with you because I think you're a beautiful person. I don't really know, but just the vibe I'm getting, because you are sensical, and I do want to ask you. I'm gonna ask Divine, what is
Hmm.
it about the trans women, Divine? And then I'm gonna ask you, Anna, what is it about the gay men, Anna? What is that beef about?
Hmm.
You want me, Anna? You can go first.
Well, I feel okay, thank you. And I think that for me, first of all, I don't so there are some trans women out there that, once again speaking about, being educated and, intelligent or maybe not as much. But for me, I feel like there shouldn't be a beef. And there is a beef, but there shouldn't be a beef. And I think that, as trans women, gay men are our, like our brothers, our men, you know what I'm saying? We should empower them the same way, black women in general empower men, period. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with their sexual.
Ooh.
Anna, you went out. Anna, I think something's wrong with Anna's thing.
Or anything
Divine,
like
what do
that.
you have? Oh, okay, you went out for a quick second. Can you repeat like that last part you said?
Yeah, so I was saying that I'm not a part of the community, like the LGBTQ community like that, like, but I feel like, when it comes down to uh gay men, trans women, I think that trans women, kind of need to have more. We need. It's like the mothering. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're dealing with men. As a woman, that women mature faster than men or boys. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're a trans woman, you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you're gonna go through with, the boys and stuff like that, and that's understandable. But I don't know. I mean, there is a beef, but I just think that there is communication. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what we're talking about today is communication, and a lot of things that are not being pushed forward is because, people are arguing all the time. They're not trying to grow or trying to say, okay, well, what can we do to help one another? You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on it.
Okay, and Divine, you can answer.
Okay, can you hear me, dear? I'm sorry to keep asking. I know
No, we
Cox
can
is
hear you
having
just
some
fine.
issues. Okay. For me, from what I observed, it is to me, okay, for one, with trans women and within the LGBT, the group, you do have a significant amount of gay men that don't like trans women only because you're a woman and they're attracted to men. They don't mind being friends with you, but they are looking for the masculine aesthetic. Okay, fine. As long as you're being respectful to, your the people within the community. Now, with
Mm-hmm.
trans women, you do have some that do go. Uh, they do try to compete for the available men that have that aesthetic that they're looking for within the group. Um,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it does cause rifts and beefs. Um, I know, like, let me give you an example. Okay, well, I'm not, that's too personal and I don't want to tell a business. So, um, but everyone's here familiar with Amaya.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I remember Amaya when he was, when he was a boy, and when his parents found out and the situation that happened with him. But I also know that a lot of people were vying for his attention when he was a boy, and even more so when trans. So for him, yeah, you do have some people in the community that if they're going to mess with you, if and you're trans, they want you to be unclockable. And then on
Mm-hmm.
the other
That's
side of it
true.
with trans, yeah,
Are
and
you
it's
are
like,
you in the community?
oh, oh yeah, I used to be an activist back in the 90s. Yeah, right now I can only do me right now.
No, and that's
Being a
and that's
dark
a good
skinned
question.
femme.
I hate to interrupt, but Anna,
Hmm.
when um when you see women say you can never be a woman, do
Mm-hmm.
you understand their sentiments, or do you just
I
like brush it off and be like, you know what?
no, you know what I do, and I'm so real with myself because I'm proud of who I am. You know what I'm saying? God knew what he was doing when he made me. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at women, I understand where they're coming from because of the little girl experience. They always have to lose to a man in this world. You know what I'm saying? So then here you come as a trans woman and then you got the nerve to be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they feel any type of way, but have some respect for where you are in the room and who you are in the room, and more so because you're representing women. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing women, or a woman, so I feel like I do understand.
And for me, we have space in the LGBTQ community for trans women to be who they are, where where I have a disconnect with them constantly trying to go into these other spaces. Like again, the girl at the beginning with her, oh, the gynecologists won't see me. You didn't think to call them and ask them, hey, do you see trans people? They're going to defer you to your specialist, which is the normal rotation. So why were
Mhm.
you even making this type of video? Attention seeking.
I very much do see that. Again, I don't have an issue with trans women because I know who King Amaya is. Amaya Scott. Uh, and for the chat, Amaya is beautiful. Like, didn't do anything to her face. There's only a handful of T girls like
Sis.
that.
Mm.
Well, she got her lips done.
And no, go ahead. I'm not spilling no tea.
Oh, because that's what it looks like. And when I saw the one picture. But again, I think she's just really pretty, and I think my issue is always gonna be with TS because it's the grift, and that's what
Bingo.
pisses me off. The
Because
grift.
mind you, this is my question: where was all of this activism when she was with Kaya and Kaya was saying all of those anti-trans statements and calling people kazoos and all that? Where was your heat for your counterpart? Oh, you didn't have that until after y'all fell out. No, it's always been a grift. It's always been about views. It's always been about trying to get the money so that you can go around, I guess, putting stuff in people's drinks or whatever. I don't know. But it's always been about the grift for her.
Hmm. No, that's true. And urology is the ones who see the trans women and men. That is so truthful. That is very truthful. I don't know. I just feel like it's infringing. I really do. As a woman, and it's not even the competitiveness. It's just like, dang, we can't have nothing. We
Yeah.
can't have nothing. The
Yeah, I
one thing
understand
a
that.
lot of women don't even like, the OBGYN, we can't even have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's
But
still dominated by masculinity.
at the same time, people need to learn how to. You can be an ally, but you sometimes you can't be in certain spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, uh,
Exactly.
Bree, you remember when I was over battling with the Manosphere man, okay, on BWE spaces, sometimes you have to pull back from those spaces because those are for Black women empowerment. I am not a woman, I am an ally, but I will drill a Manosphere men the men in 2.5 seconds or less. But you have to know when to pull back. And I think, and to me, it seems kind of misogynist to sit up here and say, I'm going to take your identity and you can't use it anymore because I have that right and that power as a man, but I'm supposed to be acting as a woman. So to me, I see that side of it. And yeah, women should be mad about that. You can't do the things that I as a woman can do, and you haven't walked in my pumps to have the experience that I have.
Okay. I agree. I agree. Anna, if there was one message you could put out, what is the one message that you want to leave with the Bay Squad? And again, thank you for coming up. Thank you for, taking the good with the bad, because I know it
Word,
can be difficult because you didn't have to let us know you was trans, but you did.
word, word. Yeah, no, if there's one thing that I could leave everybody with, I would just say, to just get to know people for, by person to person. Don't let one apple spoil the bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, we're not in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? We're all grown, and just kind of like keep your mind open, not necessarily to, anyone in their delusions, but just, your spirit knows what's true. You know what I'm saying? You try the spirit by the spirit. I'm a firm believer of that. So,
Ooh.
we continue to just, walk in that type of mindset. We'll be all right. Everybody will be okay. You'll know who's who by the fruit they bear.
Ooh, I like that. Divine, what is your parting message that you want to leave with the Bay Squad? And Anna, because you're on the panel.
My parting advice is not for the women, but for the trans women. There is power in your own identity. So that's what we fought for. That's what you don't have to usurp. You don't have to say, "Oh, I'm a woman now. I'm going to step over here because what is the what is the end goal there? Do you want access to the men? Those men still have a choice to say, I only want to deal with biological women. Okay. And when a trans woman, when you're not being truthful, I can't support anyone that's not being truthful about what they're supposed to be truthful to other people because they have a choice too. Okay.
Okay.
As far as with the women, in particular Black women, this is stop giving away your identity. Okay, stop giving it. I mean, we're just broaching these conversations the last couple of years about what is blackness, because a Black woman has spent so many years giving away their identity to avoid being labeled as jealous. Don't be afraid of being labeled. I don't care if someone says, "Oh, well, just because you don't agree with me, you're transphobic." Just because you don't agree with me, you are jealous of me because I only want to date so and so and such. I don't care about who dates who and who. What I care about is the truth. And if you're being less than truthful to somebody, you're taking away their choice as to how they want to interact with you. So
Mm-hmm.
just be truthful. I don't give a damn about anyone's acceptance of me, but I do care about your respect and showing mutual respect and being cordial. So as long as you treat me how I treat you, we'll get along fine. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming up. Thank you, Anna, for coming up. Thank you, Devon, for coming up. I really appreciate it. Thank you, especially you, Anna, because there's only so many trans women that actually interact in these conversations. So thank you for being, a good sport about it. Thank you for being receptive to the information we were putting out,
Yes,
and
absolutely. It
vice
was my
versa.
pleasure. It was my
And
pleasure. I
come
mean,
back
anytime.
anytime.
Yeah, I will
Yes.
anytime. I mean, we can have girl talk and maybe, you want to have another panel or do something, you know what I'm saying? And, you have
Yeah.
more issues you want to talk about or things like that. I think it's like a healthy thing, you know what I'm saying? I think that these type of conversations need to be heard and seen in a way where, you see two black women, maybe one being of trans experience and one being obviously biologically born woman, having positive conversation and just being able to coexist, you know what I'm saying? It's not all the time about just trying to have a one up on each other. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of trans women that's really out here living a life as women, which they don't go out and they wear this name tag, I'm a trans woman, but we handle ourselves with respect and we know how to move and and there's good and bad in all things, you know what I'm saying? So I would love to come back if you would have me. So I thank you for having
Most
me.
definitely. I think the base squad is receptive to you. I would definitely like to do it again. So hopefully we see you in the chat. And thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Wow, thank you, Base Squad. I'm really appreciative of that because you know what, Base? Oftentimes we never get to hear someone like Anna. Oh, I don't know what her Instagram is. I hope she's in the chat. I hope she's in the chat. Brittany asked, I don't know what her Instagram. I didn't ask that. If you are Anna, if you could put it in the chat, hopefully. I think it's cool. I think the fact that we got to hear an objective that was positive, because we always hear the pushback, the norm, the TS Madison supporters. So to see someone have a different perspective, I really appreciate that. I didn't plan that. I don't even know who Anna is, but she sounds very beautiful. I do like her. Y'all know I call people by the pronouns they want to be called. So except for them. If they go into the call me they or them, I call them by their name. But yes, yeah, I really liked it. And I think everybody was vocalizing their points very respectfully, and she was able to see it. So I don't think she took any ill will to it, because I already know how this could have been. It could have went way less, because I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was really pissed because how dare you, TS? It's like, for those who are just getting in, this is what TS Madison said. This is what TS Madison said. It's just so weak to me. And I can say that as somebody who says the nastiest things sometimes. So yeah. Thanks, Anna. She dreaming. Not she dreaming. That was great. No, I think it was great. You know what? And I will put this out there. There are T girls who pass, who are very possible. We've had that conversation, Base Squad. The OG babes know. You will never know because their face is just, they was born with the face. Not everybody has that strong, and it's 6'6". Some of them are really pretty. And I give credit where credit's due. But I hope y'all were receptive to the information. I hope y'all didn't unsubscribe. I hope y'all leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts. I did a poll in the chat. I said, do you think T.S. Madison is right in her stance? And 96% of y'all said no. 4% said yes. So I'm going to end the poll there. I'm going to end the poll there so y'all can see it for yourself. T.S. better worry about his not the hypertension. Oh my God. Not the hypertension. I mean, y'all already know how it is. TS gives major grifter vibes. Sorry, TS, but you don't even pass now, mama. Ooh. This has nothing to do with passing and everything to do with respect. No, most definitely, Dana, but I was just saying, I was putting that out there as a creator. Don't let TS off the hook because you spoke with one trans person. Keep checking the men that's trying to force their way on us. Listen, the stance is still the stance. Ready for love. The stance is still the stance. I mean, everything I said about TS, the ultimate grifter, a fake activist, only likes to check black women. How does it look for women to protect their womanhood? Kimberly, I just feel like we have to take a stance. There should be some degrees of separation. We must respect everyone's opinion. Yeah. A pleasant person is what I meant. Yeah, no problem. But even in that, like, I thank y'all for being respectful. Thank y'all for being open, because I know how it could have went. Thank y'all for just hearing me out and letting me vent, because I was triggered. And as a woman, I feel like sometimes we need to stop just letting things go by. And I stand with Jess, even though Anna was a very beautiful trans woman. And on that note, what are your thoughts, Space Squad? What are your opinions? Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.